Common Core State Standards, Math, 7th grade, Numbers and Systems 2, Expressions and Equations 3, Number Quantities 2C, Rational Numbers, Multiplying Mixed Numbers. And so with mixed numbers, and whole numbers, they are rational numbers. And this time we're going to use the operation of multiplication. And I actually think that it's a little easier than adding and subtracting because you don't need common denominators. You don't need the same size pieces. So with multiplying, you just multiply across the numerators to the numerators and denominators to denominators. And we'll look at example number 1. There's no negative, so we don't have to worry about the negative rules. And so we're going to 1/2 times 1/3. And I know it's multiplication because 1/2 is right next to the parentheses. So we're going to multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 3 is 6. And when you have 1 in the numerator, it is simplified because you always have to simplify the answer if it's a fraction. And number 2 has a whole number times a fraction. And so I like to do it as in if you have a fraction, everything goes to a fraction. So let's change the 2 into a fraction, and it goes poof. There you go. So I have 2 over 1 times negative 3/4. So now there is a negative. So just like with multiplying whole numbers, we're going to multiply across our numerators. We get 2 times 3, and we're going to get 6. 1 times 4, and we're going to get 4. But there is one negative sign, so it's an odd number, so it's going to be odd. That is not simplified. That's an improper fraction. It's too heavy to hold. So we're going to stop, drop, and divide, just like we've done before. 4 goes into 6 one time. 2, bring down a 0. See our decimal place? And it's 1.5. So the answer is negative 1.5. And actually, I'd like to keep it as a fraction because it starts as a fraction. So it's going to be negative 1 1/2. All right, and our next one gets a little bit harder, but I don't think so. So we have 2 7s times negative 3/8. So again, we're just multiplying across numerators to numerators, and we get 6. Multiplying across 8 times 7 is 56. Sorry. And there is one negative. Okay, and so that is not simplified. We need to simplify. And I know that 6 is an even number, and so is 56. So we can divide both by 2 over 2, because that's really a 1. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. 56 divided by 2 is 28. And we have the, don't forget the the negative. And now we have to check it again. Does 3 go into 28 evenly? No, it goes into 27, but not 28. Does 2 go into both numbers? And it doesn't. So our GCF is 1. It is simplified. Thank you.